Melbourne last week, winning that, and here he is now looking forward to the next match.
Michael, after a few, I guess in your words, few disappointing weeks, boy, did you find your mojo back in Australia?
Yeah, I did. After a few years, I can't really complain with last weekend's result. Melbourne played quite well, had a couple of good wins against phenomenal players, and yeah, you can build up even better from there.
That was 6 days ago. How's it felt on the practice boards this week in New Zealand?
Yeah, it felt good, to be fair. I had a few hours over 2 days, so yeah, good. You have to practice, make sure your arm keep going and feel comfortable. But I feel comfortable, especially after last week, and yeah, it's still there. Hope we can do it another weekend. Will be nice.
Got a niggly opponent first up, K.Anderson. He's won this title before.
Yeah, true, but I've won this title before as well. You know what I mean? So I know exactly what I have to do. I need to make sure I keep performing, and also against Carl. But all the good players, even the New Zealand boys, they can play cards. They're not here for nothing. And yeah, you just have to do well yourself, and you shouldn't look to other players. You only should look to yourself.
Hamilton's pumped to see you, Michael. Look forward to this weekend.
Thank you. I'm pumped as well, so I look forward to playing in front of them. Thank you.
No shortage of confidence from MVG. He's up next against K.Anderson.
I can tell you, Michael van Gerwen's been here since 5 p.m. He's been here all those hours, and he's prowling. He is prowling. He's our favourite for the New Zealand Darts Masters here at Claudelands. And in this head-to-head matchup, he's at $1.15. $4.60 the price for K.Anderson, a guy that's won here before. See that smile on his face? He's had that backstage for 3 hours as well. He is really, really looking forward to this matchup with MVG. Let's have a look at the handicap in this one as well. Kyle likes this handicap, I can tell. Plus 3.5. Can he get within 3.5? He's looking at me right now, actually, nodding. He can get within 3.5 at $1.64. Michael van Gerwen would have to win 6-2 for you to get a return on the $2.11. Rest assured, I'm getting stared at. K.Anderson will get closer than that.
Night number 1 of the New Zealand Darts Masters. The Aranye are in the house, out to support the world number 1. And a man that's won here before in New Zealand. It's MVG against K.Anderson.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action that is the New Zealand Darts Masters, presented by Burger King and TAB, and coming to you from the incredible city of Hamilton. And now to New Zealand Darts Masters Collide. Firstly, would you please welcome from Perth, Australia, the former New Zealand Darts Master, that is the original K.Anderson.
Stand on sacred ground and keep you bumping to these native sounds from the land of the kangaroo. Gonna show you how we ride. We've been a singing and a dancing since the dawn of time. So jump up on the spot while we fly like a spear, like the waters in the Great Barrier Reef. We keep it clear. We mix it in a mold in this classy gazi. We might and combo letters doing daily here. We're stopping and I'm coming like the snowy when it's flowing. Show a poetry in motion like the boomerang flying. All them territories and states have been getting the taste. This modern day corroboree will get your ear like a standing on solid rock, standing on sacred ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Netherlands, it's time to meet the reigning world number 1, the reigning and defending New Zealand Darts Master. Ladies and gentlemen, winner of 13 World Series events, he is the reigning 3-time champion of the world. Michael van
week ago in Melbourne, Michael van Gerwen collected his 13th World Series win and his first tournament victory since May in the Premier League. It was a long time between drinks for Michael van Gerwen, but he knew that the win would come, and it may well be a catalyst for van Gerwen for the rest of the year. K.Anderson with a big job to do. He likes it in New Zealand though. A winner here, of course, in the thrilling Auckland Darts Masters 2 years ago when he beat Corey Cadby in the final. That win, by the way, 2 years ago in Auckland, the last victory of any kind in any tournament for K.Anderson. So we'll have to produce something special, but we know he's got the game. When he's in the mood, he has the game for sure.
First leg, Kyle to throw first.
It's the Aussie against the Dutchman, and the Aussie will get us underway. They relaxed. He very much enjoys the World Series experience, Michael van Gerwen.
He was in stellar form last week at the tail of the tournament. He was
57.
good against Daryl Gurney in the final. Gurney averaged 100 in that grand final, but Gerwen still won comfortably.
He'll still without a big treble here, Kyle. Fairly inauspicious
100.
Start to this match.
$82.
It's been a fantastic 3 weeks for everybody to come back down under for the World Series. The Damon Heta win in Brisbane and Michael van Gerwen in Melbourne. And I think everybody
59.
just enjoyed the experience. Who will be the first winner in Hamilton?
55.
Come on, boys.
Well, whoever's going to win this leg is going to win it ugly, Stuart.
They both have 15 darts. Van Gerwen has only just got himself on a finish.
140. Michael 152.
Well, that's unlucky. It ricocheted.
80.
Then that was unlucky because it didn't score. K.Anderson here looking to win this in 20 darts.
He's showing the first
Done.
leg, Kyle Anderson.
And it's not often you see Michael van Gerwen not hit a score of over 100 in a leg. That's just what's happened.
Well, come on, Mike. You heard him shout there. Come on, Mike. He's angry, he's frustrated. Yet to hit a three-figure score in this match.
40. $86.
All very strange. It will get better, honest.
$57.
Well, both of these players need to become superheroes.
93.
Just trying to get going.
100.
Michael van Gerwen, 74 average.
$139.
Finally a score of 100 or more. Wow, he says, sarcastically to himself. Been does have high standards, the world champ.
60, marking 124. $63.
He was dominant in Melbourne in that final against Daryl Gurney. I think there was only ever going to be one winner. There could be some pressure here, though. K.Anderson. Great time to hit a 180. He's put pressure on. One dart only. Well, the pressure came. Van Gerwen missed the 25 and lost his rhythm completely. 2-0, K.Anderson. Well, he deserved that. He deserved a shot at it. Because the 180 was perfectly timed.
He's now both his doubles too. There's Anderson. Both double eights.
And all of a sudden, what Van Gerwen had done is he's lifted the confidence of his opponent.
81.
The head-to-head is 11-2 in Michael Van Gerwen's favour.
96.
He's won the last 9 matches against K.Anderson. Yeah, 9 consecutive wins against Anderson, including 3 on the World Series.
100.
Got a chance here to end that rotten run. The Australian
85.
against a below-par Dutchman, the world champion, averaging 79.
77.
It's the second time we've seen a no score on one day in this contest.
I'm sure K.Anderson didn't expect to be playing this Michael Van Gerwen tonight.
96.
He's got to take the opportunity, doesn't he, K.Anderson?
140.
First 140 for Van Gerwen.
104.
Yeah, double 16.
72. Michael, you require 88.
It's for a big 2. Oh.
Well, it's scarcely believable,
41.
this performance from Michael Van Gerwen. I don't think he could quite believe it either. Four darts missed.
Michael, you require 46.
Will he pay the price?
3-0. Well, is that a turning point? Is that a turning point? K.Anderson with 4 darts to go 3 up against a Michael Van Gerwen
100.
who's playing poorly.
Well, the weird thing is, though, even though he's playing poorly, is that if he holds his throw here, we're even Stevens again.
Well, level again, aren't we?
57. $96.
It's just
What you don't want to do is give Michael Van Gerwen a chance to get back.
Yeah.
60.
Because you kind of know that Van Gerwen isn't going to average 70 odd for the duration of the game.
93.
He's puzzled. He's angry. Gerwen, the Gurner. K.Anderson, the 180 hitter.
Ticks over to number 15 now. It's a good trio of darts. Remember, if we get 70 180s, then Burger King will put Whoppers on for $4. BK Chicks on for $4. Only until next Saturday, the 31st. at Burger King, at New Zealand branches only.
40. Kyle Uruguay 112.
Another chance for K.Anderson then. One treble will give him a dart and a double. So Van Gerwen returns.
56. Michael Uruguay 40.
To make it 2-all. He
Fifth leg Kyle to the Rofer.
cannot believe how bad this is. And it is bad. He'd be the first to admit it. I'm not sure bad is the word that he'd use, but you kind of get the message. It's
85.
It's not what we're used to from Michael Van Gerwen. Here we go. Well, it's as if he's flipped on switch.
Anderson's had darts in the last two legs, hasn't he? You know, if he'd sealed the deal, it could easily be 4-0 right now, Stuart.
Winner to play, K.Anderson in the quarters. Yeah, the signs are there, some improvement from Michael Van Gerwen for sure. But Kyle isn't going anywhere.
Michael Uruguay 90.
He's made a mess of it again, hasn't he? 15 for ball was the shot.
33.
33 score.
Uruguay 76.
To go ahead again, it's a strange old game. He's had chance after chance after chance, K.Anderson.
His double percentage is below 30% now.
37. Kyle Uruguay 20.
Well, sometimes you just can't put your finger on it. K.Anderson goes 3-2 in front.
Michael to Rufus. I wonder
what K.Anderson's thinking watching this. He's actually probably not watching, he's probably fast asleep in bed by now.
96.
Of course, Barney's coming up next.
Well, he hit a 180 in the last leg and lost it.
123.
Very close.
Well, he'll realise that he won't have had a better chance of beating Van Gerwen than this.
99.
So leave double 16. K.Anderson has the chance.
83.
Double 16. Relieved, I think, would be the emotion.
Finished that nicely, didn't he? That first dart obscured the bottom half of that double 16.
95.
Van Gerwen winning here in New Zealand 12 months ago.
83.
Beating Raymond van Barneveld in the final. 11-4 in Auckland. It's been one of those games, hasn't it?
Yeah, the averages are very similar as well. Both hovering around the 86, 87 mark.
K.Anderson with the darts, so if we go to a decider, he would have the darts.
98. Oh, you require 88.
Number 14. 88 it is, 4-3 it is. Only a second 140. Looks like it should be 4-all.
Great last start there from Gerwen. Van Gerwen, rather. And now Anderson well back on 195.
Strange old game, it really has been.
131.
This is much about K.Anderson for me, holding throw. 13 darter, Michael Van Gerwen's best, it's 4-all. Best of 3. To go through and possibly play Gary Anderson.
100.
You can see there the outpouring of emotion as to how much that means to Michael Van Gerwen.
Yeah, the fizz levels are rising in Van Gerwen. And then they ease off a little bit.
Well, that kind of sums it up, doesn't it? 180, followed by 58.
140. I only require 161.
Well, Van Gerwen left to finish. K.Anderson will get first crack at 161. Well, let's see if Michael Van Gerwen fancies this. It would just be typical Van Gerwen, playing as poorly as he has, to take this out.
That's how to do it, isn't it? Brilliant.
Well, this to hang on to his throw. Critical moment in this match. So Van Gerwen
41. Michael Irvine 36.
with a chance to break throw.
18.
Well, that's incredible. That second dart was such a good marker.
Well, this is huge. Anderson here. .
Gerwen shakes his head. What a big dart this is now. What a big dart that was. But Gerwen misses 3 darts to go 5-4 up. With K.Anderson who takes the lead.
Absolutely fantastic from Anderson.
83.
The champion from Auckland 12 months ago, the champion from Melbourne a week ago, in a spot of bother.
83.
Come on, he says. He's getting angry. He's getting angrier. Of course, K.Anderson can sense it. He can hear it. He knows.
95.
Anderson here with a chance to steal the darts. Having lost the last 9 games against Michael van Gerwen, is this finally going to be K.Anderson's night?
45.
Well, not if he continues to throw like that.
First to leave a finish. Yeah, make it treble 19 route. Yeah, the method behind the madness, because he's left 170. He needs the ball. Well, that's just incredible. The way that Michael van Gerwen has played all evening. Good shot, mate. Good shot, mate, says Kyle. Like 2 prize fighters, they touch gloves. Ding, ding. It's the final round. It's K.Anderson throwing for the match.
85.
Well, the highest checkout until that one from Van Gerwen was 142 by Craig Caldwell in the very first match in one of the earliest legs of the session.
The match is in the hands of K.Anderson, you feel.
55.
That may not be enough. But nothing coming back from Michael van Gerwen. What you gather from that he's not a happy chappy. Be less happy now. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. A third 180.
140.
Well, that keeps it interesting. Well, Anderson. This is, again, his big opportunity.
65.
Well, he's left himself a finish, Stuart.
Needs a 140. We'll need 2 big trebles, so that's exactly what he's found.
34.
What a finish we have. It's K.Anderson will get first crack. Yeah, he's got to get 1 match start. He's got a dart at tops.
Hit the wire.
111.
No. Not happening for van Gerwen. Not happened for van Gerwen.
91.
Needed a treble earlier in those trio of darts. So K.Anderson stepped on up.
Incredible. He's missed 4 darts to beat Michael van Gerwen. Van Gerwen thought his race was run. K.Anderson may just have thrown it all away. As Michael van Gerwen books a place in the quarterfinals here in Hamilton. Hamilton. K.Anderson is absolutely devastated. But he had 4 darts, he had 4 chances. He didn't take any of them. And Michael van Gerwen, who sets up another World Series quarter-final against K.Anderson on Saturday night.
Defending Darts Masters champion in New Zealand, world number 1, Michael van Gerwen gets through to the quarterfinals by the skin of his teeth against K.Anderson 6-5, and he's into the quarterfinals to face the Flying Scotsman K.Anderson. What a match, Rod Harrington, but I got to say, the numbers suggest he's got to work on those doubles.
I feel so sorry for K.Anderson. I mean, to have darts and a double, he actually had 4 darts to go 3-0 up, so he'd have had massive control early on. But Van Gerwen there played his get-out-of-jail card. I mean, Carl will never have a better chance of beating Michael in that sort of situation. And, you know, Michael's walked off of here and he's laughing now because he's had his bit of luck, and now he doesn't need the luck from here on in.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see what Michael van Gerwen has to say about that victory. Here he is with Staffy right now.
Michael, it's my job to analyse these matches. Can you give me a hand here?
You don't have to analyse this game. This was absolute crap. With all due respect, it was a bad game from both of us. I missed already 4 darts to make it 5-4 up, and then on the end he missed, I think 4 or 5 matches up. But it wasn't what it's supposed to be. I think this crowd deserved more, and I didn't do what I had to do. But also I made a beginner's mistake. I thought I was on at like 9 o'clock, but yeah. It delayed a little bit, so room preparing a bit. So I'm still okay because I won this game, but I could have done a lot better than this, and I'm gutted with myself because I think everyone deserves so much more, and even the people watching at home. So I need to make sure I have a good night's rest and make sure I'm there tomorrow.
Are you proud of yourself? You battled through it though and got the win.
I'm not proud of anything I played now because I think tonight was crap. I can do it 100 times better than this. This was not even 70% of myself, and I don't even want to know the average because I know it was crap. And yeah, that's for you to analyse this game. I'm lucky. It was a crap game, and I have to do better if I want to win this tournament. Simple as that. And I want to win, and I need to make sure I get a good night's rest and make sure I'm there tomorrow night.
Knowing you as we do, we'll see a very determined lime green MVG tomorrow night, won't we?
I will be there tomorrow, don't get me wrong, and I will play better than tonight. But you always want to put something good on for the people, for everyone, and also for yourself, of course. But then I let myself down here tonight, and I think it was a bit of concentration as well. Everything together made this a really bad game.
Tell them out there what we're going to see tomorrow.
No problem. You're going to make me win. Don't worry.
Michael van Gerwen set such high standards for himself. He's disappointed with